students, welcome back. Today we are going to study a new lesson from English Literature textbook, class 7th, DAV board. The name of the lesson is Stone Soup in Bohemia. This lesson is a folk tale about a hungry soldier which took place 3 to 4 centuries ago in Bohemia. In Europe, in the old days, soldiers returning from war used to roam around in the countryside. They depended partly upon the kindness of the populace means public, and partly, as we shall see in this tale, upon their own sharp wits. Wits means intelligence. Before we proceed to the lesson, let us understand what is a folk tale. A folk tale is an old story that has been told again and again, often for generations. They are stories in the oral tradition or tales that people tell each other out loud rather than stories in written form. They are closely related to many storytelling traditions, including fables, myths, and fairy tales. Some Indian versions of folk tales are Panchatantra, Hitopdesh, and Jataka tales. Let us know about the place Bohemia. Bohemia is the westernmost and largest historical region of the Czech lands in the present-day Czech Republic. The Kingdom of Bohemia, sometimes later in English literature referred to as the Czech Kingdom, was a medieval and early modern monarchy in Central Europe, the predecessors of the modern Czech Republic. It was an imperial state in the Holy Roman Empire, and the Bohemian king was a prince elector of the empire. It was founded in 1198. The common languages spoken are Czech, Latin, and German. It was dissolved in the year 1918. The capital is Prague. The kind of government is monarchy. The currencies used are denarius, kreuzer, Prague groschen, thaler, Austro-Hungarian gulden, Austro-Hungarian krone. Let us learn two terms. The name of the lesson is Bohemia. The word Bohemian is a term. So let us see the meaning of Bohemian. Bohemian, as commonly used in the West for the last 2 centuries, means a person who lives an unconventional lifestyle, often with few permanent ties, involving musical, artistic, or literary pursuits. The other term that you are going to learn is utopian. Utopian refers to the vision that is unlikely to have existed in reality. It is an imagination when a person tries to create a vision on his viewpoint. The term utopia was first given by English philosopher Thomas More in 1516 when he published a book on an island with the perfect form of government. Now let us see what happened in this story. 3 or 4 centuries ago in Bohemia, a soldier reached a small village. It was a drab, threadbare kind of a place. But he walked into the village square and unloaded his meager kit, which consisted of a rough leather pack, a horsehair blanket, and an iron cauldron, which he carried on his back like a hump. Stretching himself, loosening his coat, and taking his boots off, he settled down on the pavement for the night. As soon as he settled down, he felt the unfriendly vibes of the village. He could feel that he wouldn't be welcomed in the village. The burgomaster confronted him and with a bellowing voice, he warned the soldier that he won't get anything to eat there. The loud shouting brought the villagers at the scene, and they too joined in what the burgomaster said, that they have their own people who have nothing to eat. The villagers joined the burgomaster and agreed to what he said, and further added that they won't give a single pea pod to him to eat. The soldier looked least disheartened. Instead, he was very calm and cheerful. He greeted everyone with respect and settled down for the night. He assured the villagers that he will spend the night without troubling anyone. He was aware of the troubles the villagers had to undergo due to the nuisance created by the soldiers. He again promised the villagers that he won't bother them, and while saying so, he removed his iron cauldron, cleaned it without any interest about his surroundings, and spoke to himself bit too loudly that he would prepare stone soup for himself. By saying so, he cleaned his cauldron with a spotted handkerchief, filled it up with water from the hand pump, made a fire, and kept the pot of water with the two stones for boiling. The villagers were speechless. They thought either the soldier has gone insane or they have become insane, and started wondering how soup could be prepared with those two stones. While the stones were getting nicely fermented in the boiling water, he started narrating story about how he had acquired those magical stones. He told the villagers that the stones were a gift from a saint whose life he had saved from wild elephants. He further added that it was the very same soup that Alexander drank the night before he stormed the pyramid. It was stone soup from China, the soup for heroes. He invited all the villagers to taste the magical soup, as he felt that he had never ever seen such friendly people. So he added more water to the cauldron so that it would be enough for all. Stoked the fire so that the soup got ready faster, and stirred the soup once again so that the stones could be mixed well in the water. The citizens were taken aback. "Are you trying to tell me," said the burgomaster severely, "that all you need to make your soup is just those two stones and a potful of water?" The soldier affirmed to the question and added that the stone soup may come out to be utterly delicious if he gets a pinch of garlic or a carrot, which will bring out the flavor. And cauliflower is the next best thing which will improve the flavor manifold. Saying so, he coaxed the villagers to get a bit of green stuff to throw in so that the soup comes out to be heavenly tasty, while he ensured that the stones were fermenting properly. Stone soup, after all, was something new in the lives of the villagers, and they might as well make the most of it. One by one, they slipped away and came back with a contribution. Splash went half a turnip, in went a potato, in went cabbage and onions and peas, until the brew was marvelously thick and fragrant. And you could not see those two stones for the bubble and richness of it. The soldier was pleased at the way the soup had come out, and uttered loudly, "Oh, what a dinner we are going to have! One and all of us in this benevolent and hospitable village. It is not every night of the week that you have stone soup in Bohemia, eh, Mr. Burgomaster, sir?" And thus he entertained everyone by cracking a joke for an old woman, a dig at a portly merchant, a little flattery for the burgomaster, and a flood of anecdotes. Anecdotes means personal stories, personal experience stories. The soldier had all the citizens sitting around him, wondering and expectant, until at last the soup was ready. Its nourishing vapors were wafting around the square. A pile of bowls had appeared, and they all sat on the paving stones, the soldier in the middle sipping the stuff with infinite satisfaction. Everyone started praising the soup for its taste. Exquisite, said the burgomaster, who prided himself on knowing about the food. Magnificent, said the portly merchant, who was very fond of eating. Real tasty, I must say, observed the woman with the wart on the nose. On the top of the great wall, did you say? Asked one youth with his mouth full. Alexander the Great, do you mean? Queried another. Stone soup, said the last of them, all talking at once. What a miracle! What a marvelous gift from China! Saying so, everyone had their fill. The soldier chuckled to himself as he had his soup comfortably. So, children, what is the takeaway message of the lesson? The lesson is, with force we may acquire lands and property, but with our presence of mind, with our intelligence, we can possess infinite love with the memory to cherish. So, I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. Please do read this lesson twice, thrice for better understanding. I'm sharing the link of the notes and also the textbook exercises. Till we meet again in the next video, see you. Bye bye.